Transformational Tuesday, and we're celebrating the three pillars of transformation. That is the mind, right? Our mental, our health, our not only our health and our mental, but also our emotional, our physical, all of our wealth and our faith. So, what are we transforming? What does that look like? Let's see. Mm, so I'm gonna do this. So let's do that. All right, let's see what's going on over here. We live. We live over here on TikTok. Hi, and we live over here. This is YouTube and Facebook. So say hi. Hi. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Our topic today, like I was telling y'all, we're gonna go. Our topic today for our transformation. I'm gonna do some stamps for timestamps for you guys too. I'm gonna put that below. So let's see how this goes. Let's see what we're gonna do. So first of all, is triple transformation: health, wealth, and faith. That's what we're doing today. So this thing about transformation is just amazing. If you are thinking about changing any aspect of your life, I want to tell you not to change anything. Don't change. Don't make any changes. I'm serious. Don't look at me with that tone of voice. I'm serious. Don't make any changes. Because when you change, right? When we change, don't we do it often that we change our hair, we change our nails, our makeup, we change our outfits, we change our wardrobe, we change a lot of things. And we're constantly changing. So what I want to offer you is that instead of changing and instead of creating change often, right? Because often we're creating change. And instead of creating that change often, why don't we just transform? Right? Just transform. I want to offer you this. If we look at a chameleon is an animal that it's constantly changing. A chameleon is going to go on a red surface and it's going to turn to the surface, right? It's going to go to a pink surface, a green surface, and it's constantly changing. Not necessarily for the good or for the bad. It doesn't matter. It's just constantly changing, right? And it does that in a surviving mechanism because it does that in order to survive. It's just getting good and it's only been 2 minutes. Okay. Ooh, hold on to your seats. Go get your pen and your pads because it's gonna get good. I'm just gonna look my notes are to the side because I want to go into transformation. I haven't went there for a while, and I want to go there with you all. You all deserve it. You all deserve it. So you all deserve the transformation because when we are changing like a chameleon changes from one state to another depending on its circumstances, and it's usually over being in distress. So it's really doing it for survival. For survival. And in order for it to survive, it continues to change. Okay. So let's be done with that. We're not here to survive. We did that already. We're not here to survive. We already survived. We overcame. We're not here to survive. We did that already. Right? So as a chameleon, you are constantly changing. It's because you're constantly feeling the need to survive. You're feeling the need that something's not right, so you have to camouflage your way. If you can relate to that, how does that relate to the three pillars of transformation in your house, your wealth, and your faith? I'm going to tell you, number one, how do you camouflage in your house? You camouflage in your health as a chameleon. How does that show up? When you try every fad diet. How does that show up? When you go from the keto no eato diet to the protein diet to the this diet to everything's a diet. Okay? That's camouflage. That's chameleon. That's change. Transformation looks like what? Okay, have you ever seen a caterpillar? A caterpillar destroys. A caterpillar is the opposite of what a butterfly is, right? But when the caterpillar makes the decision and decides to go through the metamorphosis, to go through the transformation process, it liquefies. It says goodbye to all the old ways and it steps into the new ways, and it's forever, hear me out, forever altered in who it knows itself to be. It will become a butterfly, and that's all it is. It's a butterfly. It will never go back to being a caterpillar. Okay, that's transformation. The difference between that is change. You're not stable. You're constantly changing based on your feelings, based on your the new fad, who you want to follow, all that, right? Next, in your wealth, how does it show up in your wealth? You do the same thing. You sign up for 5, 6, 7, 10 different businesses because your friends have intrigued you and you want to make a change and you think that looks good. So you go over there and you become this. And it doesn't work for you and you don't like it and you leave there and you go that. Building wealth looks like you know what you want and you know what you want to leave for your kids and your grandkids and your great grandkids. And you know that the wealth is not only in money. See, I don't got time. My phone is about to die. TikTok, I'm about to lose y'all. I'm sorry. But wealth, Miles Monroe, he explained it perfectly. He was like, listen, there's 3 different kind of people. There's poor people, there's people that have money, and there's people that have wealth. And the first thing, if I could break it down as fast as I can, is poor people spend money on garbage, on bull stuff. Like if you go to the hood, there's nothing but bodegas, dollar stores, Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals, dollar this, dollar that, Furniture King, discount this and discount that, and outlet this and outlet that in the poor neighborhoods, right? Because poor people spend money. That's why they don't have it. Then you have the suburban, the middle class people that supposedly have money. They don't got nothing. They owe everything they have. Their house is a mortgage. So they talk about the people who rent, but they rent too. They just rent at a lower cost because they're renting from the bank. Okay. Their cars are rented. They rent it from the bank. They have car notes. They have debt. They can't get food stamps. They're the real poor. Okay. Some of them are buying groceries with credit cards. Okay. I've known quite a few of my clients who had to go through that. Right. So then you have the wealthy people. What do wealthy people do? Wealthy people do not perpetrate or spend money. They spend time. They invest time and they spend time getting together and creating ideas. People with wealth, real true wealth, it's here. This is the wealth right here. Wealthy people who have money will invest in a person who has a great idea, right? Because the idea is worth the money. Okay. What was it? Mark Cuba, whatever his name is. Oh my gosh. The millionaire, the entrepreneur. You know what he did? Just because he could afford to, he opened a company to buy the pharmaceuticals, drugs less expensive, and created a membership so that the average people who work in average corporate America, who earn less than $100,000 a year, 6 figures a year, are able to buy medications at a lower discounted price. Not too many people know about it, but when you know, you know, right? And he says he cannot be bought out. But listen, money cannot buy him because his ethics and what he stands for, that's his wealth. And he is able to do that. So I want you to have that mindset shift on your wealth. That's the transformation that you want. You do not need money to be wealthy. You can use your brain to create ideas, to create everything came from someone's idea in their brain. That's how we got the iPhone, right? That's how we got social media. So we are living proofs that we know that we can do that. Okay. The third thing is on faith. How does that look like in your faith? Well, if you're camouflaging in every other area of your life, you're going to tell me that you're not camouflaging in your faith? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're camouflaging in your faith. How does that look like? Well, you show up to church and you go through the motions. You raise the hand, you put the hand down, you roll your eyes, you do this. You go through the motions. You show up on Wednesday night, you show up on Sunday. You're going through the motions, right? You're not changing. I mean, you're just changing. You're not transforming. Transformation looks like nobody sees you going to church. You know what transformation looks like? When you're sitting in your floor in your living room with your face in the pillow, and you're crying out to God, and you're repenting, and you're asking him for guidance, and you're asking him for help, and you're asking him to come in, and you're telling him how angry you are, that you don't even know why you're angry, but you're angry. That's transformation. Allowing him to tell you, well, listen, you may be praying, thinking you're praying, but you're not really praying, you're complaining, right? Let me show you. And you allow God to show you, and you listen. You don't just speak. That's another way of comparing transformation to change. When we want to change, we want to go somewhere. You're looking on the outside. So change is, you're looking from the outside to fix what's going on the inside. And the thing is that we cannot fix what we do not face. And if you're not willing to face it, then you're not going to be able to fix it. So that is transformation, and the triple transformation for Tuesday, in your wealth, in your health, and in your faith. I hope you got that, because we don't want to be camouflaging. We don't want to be making changes. We want to make the ultimate change. We don't want to no longer survive. We are going to thrive. And how does that look like? Transformation, baby. That is going into the metaphors. I'm going to go ahead and get that little shadow journal that y'all talking about, just for kicks and giggles, because I'm going to get it. So I'm going to show you combined, and I'm working on my own, combining it with the real shadow work, which is the Bible, and being able to see that there were truly people in the Bible, and it's biblical. For those crazy people, don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm a whole pastorpreneur. Don't come for me. Okay? How shadow work is all through the Bible. How Jacob wrestled with his shadow, right? How a lot of their shadows came about, how Abraham lied and said that his wife was his sister, all kinds of things. So I'm going to walk through that with you all, but that's for another time. When I order it and I place the order and I get it, I'm going to unveil with you all, and I'm going to walk through it with you all, and we're going to walk through it together biblically. We're going to dig deep into the Bible and find the scriptures that are going to back up the work. And then, you know how beautiful it's going to be that you can actually go through that together. I've done that before the book, before everything. I've done that, and I loved it. And that's why I became a transformational coach, because I found out that in a conversation that I had with people for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I have been able to unlock things with them. There has been years that they have been holding in, blocking, didn't know, doing the so-called shadow work. But it's more than that. It's a transformational work. It's a journey, right? It's a journey in your mind. It's learning insights. It's learning techniques so that you can apply them, so that you can be able to look at your shadow. Because some of us are walking around and we don't even know that it's there. And I go into the 5 A's and those 5 A's are awareness, acceptance, adjust accordingly. And those 5 A's together make a combination of how we are able to use those 5 A's to look at our shadow, and to be able to distinguish when our shadow is the one that's doing the work and the talking, and we're listening to that aspect, and how to get away from it as well. Those techniques are very important to be able to break free and break through, and be able to walk in who you really were created to be. Because the breaking free and breaking through takes time, but to be able to really walk in your God-given purpose and your divine nature, unapologetically, not caring about looking good or what anyone has to say, that is just like, is the most freeing thing in the world. So Transformation Tuesdays means the world to me, because I can testify on this Tuesday that I am living and breathing, walking miracle. And what God did in my life, someone who was left for dead in 2016 by an abuser, who lived in abuse for over 8 years, to be able to come out on the other side, a wretched person like me, Puerto Rican from the Bronx, was given a second chance, and God redeemed, and He was able to take me out from the pit of hell, and I was able to renew my mind, and that was the only reason why I was able to transform my life. So come on, let's go. Transformation season is your time. You're not gonna want to miss the YouTube that I'm gonna do. It's going to be an extensive learning about our seasons, not only our seasons in the winter, spring, fall, those kind of seasons, but our seasons in our spirit, a spiritual spirit, seasons of, going, diving deep into what season is it that God has you. Is it the pruning season? Is it your harvest season? And really, what does that look like? We're going to go deep into that. And I love to do the Q&A. That's my favorite part. After doing the live, we jump on a Zoom, and we're able to then go in a private Zoom meeting and discuss and have the questions answered to everything that we discussed in the YouTube live. All right, so there you go. There you have it. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Like my mentor Byron Golden says, I love you guys with the love of Christ. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to being able to teach you some more and hear about your breakthroughs. Let me know in the comments that this had value for you. If you have value for you, then you know it's going to have value for someone else. Share it, like it. Help the algorithm for more people can be able to listen in. Someone may be listening at the right time, because God's timing is always the right time. God is timeless, so that you can be hearing this today and tomorrow someone else can hear it because you shared it, right? And that same thing can happen for someone else. They can have a breakthrough just like you did. So thank you for sharing. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Shalom.